I would echo those sentiments because there's points in ZVZ where you actually do want to start SimCitying and walling off things in your natural, but there's actually not really that many great places to put a good wall. You can, in essence, sometimes wall off the top of your natural ramp in that big choke with like a Roach Warren and 2 evolution chambers with queens there, but that's very, very far away from your expansion. So queens moving back and forth between there aren't really that effective with their proper lava injects and defense at the same time. And then there's between your natural ramp, your main ramp, and your hatchery. But even that in itself doesn't really allow a ton of mobility either. So I do like that one better, but it works out all right.
You know, I think that we're actually going to see an 11 pool out of... No, I was going to say we haven't been seeing a lot of extractor tricks out of Life unless he's doing something a little tricksy, so...
Yeah. Oh, well. Oh, well. I'll go standard builds.
So Leenock traditionally is the hatch firster. Life is traditionally the pool firster. And it looks like in about 5 seconds we're going to see whether these players will be breaking from that tradition. They will. Leenock with the pool firsting and Life with the hatch firsting. An interesting choice.
Yeah, don't mind that too much. Both players playing to each other's strengths, apparently, as for now we will have them just droning up, accruing as good economy as possible. But you're right. I mean, with the architecture of the natural, it makes it a little easier to go for aggressive moves against your opponent because you have a lot of room to wiggle around at their natural with. Surprisingly, unless you actually force the engagement right at your natural ramp, you actually give your opponent a great boon in securing that area just above or below your natural because it's wider than it would be if you were engaging just for example next to your hatchery. So it's tough to deal with.
And of course, Life with characteristic early gas. Looks like he wants to be doing some big speed plays. I mean, you don't really go like hatch first pool straight into quick extractor unless you have a big plan with a very fast Ling play. Leenock now getting a sort of normally timed gas, looking quite typical. The queen almost done for Leenock. Oh gosh, what is he gonna? I think he's just gonna go double queen speed, build a couple drones, and then just flood Lings.
I wouldn't mind that at all. It works out quite nicely on this map where you can actually hide the Lings quite well in a very similar way to how you would on Ohana. And, well, for now, just transferring... Leenock's just transferring his queen down to his natural. And do we have the queen on the way to the natural for... Oh, no, he's actually producing it. Of course he is, because he went hatchery first. So, Life will...
Oh, man. With those first injects, I mean, it's really going to be huge. What? Oh, and there's the Baneling Nest coming out. This is so similar to what Life did against Leenock in MLG back on Cloud Kingdom. We see a lot of queens popping out from Leenock. An interesting mix where he's getting speed, some queens, to very defensive posture. Uh-oh. What is going to be popping out of dem hatches? Oh god, it's the larva. It's all going to come into the larva injects Killaris. This is going to be so intense.
Well, he's got a few overlords on the way as well, so he's freeing up quite a lot of supply as Life, which is very, very nice for him in this situation if he wants to get aggressive. Meanwhile, though, Leenock, look, this is the wall that I like on this map for Leenock. It's perfect. Going for the Baneling Nest, as well as the Spine Crawler behind it. You can use an Evolution Chamber if you want in that wall, but it's far superior in comparison to any other wall-off that you can do on this map.
Uh-oh. There's the flood of Zerglings. We see two Banelings morphing in the middle of the map and a rally up. What's the defense look like? Well, it looks like Leenock is doing just this sort of like hapsy defense. Leenock is still making drones. Oh my gosh, big flood of Zerglings now moving across the middle of the map, right under the Overlord. Leenock sees it. And Life actually halts all production.
He's making 8 more drones. What?
Wait, Leenock's making drones? That guy is a psychopath.
That is insane. He saw all of those units coming across the map so quickly, but now he's just going to go for the queen defense. One of the queens goes down, a second one will end up falling. Will the third? Yes, it will. And all of this going on at the same time. Why did he make drones? He could have had some Zerglings to be able to help this out.
Leenock with the Mega Balls, but now being punished for it. There we see the Banelings being made. 4, 5 Banelings in production for Life. I think he's starting to realize, wow, I have an opportunity to really drill home. There's the target fire on the weakened Baneling, not even a cancel. Insta-detonation. No, heading straight up, even picking up an extra kill. And Leenock is having to run every which way. Oh, manages to get 3.
Oh, and the
Life is in complete control of this game.
Filling up another 3. There's 2 more. Gas is actually going down for life here, and he's actually now 10 drones ahead, poking a little bit with Zerglings, but not doing too much. But the big thing is he killed all of the queens. No more lava in comparison to what we're going to see out of life for now, and he has so much more production capabilities in comparison.
Oh, and now we see Leenock being forced to build the Roach Warren, some sort of economic choice. Excuse me, defensive choice, given his battered economic position. Life, with all the freedom of the world, instantly goes lair. Evolution chamber, spine crawler, more drones. Life is in a clear leading spot.
Yeah, it's going to be hard for Leenock to catch up at this point. He's not too far behind in terms of the drones, but you've still got to remember that lava disadvantage he had. The fact now that Life has just, you know, the same amount of Zerglings out, but also more drones. So if he trades, then it's going to force Leenock to make extra Zerglings. And he's denying mining time even at this natural. So really making it hard for Leenock to actually catch up here.
Oh my god, Life is so excellent at this freaking matchup. Leenock barely missing a couple of enormous Baneling connections, now being forced to build roaches. He needs something that is a low larva investment in this stage of the game. Roaches are just that in the early game.
Yeah, 5 roaches are on the way. He already has a few out. Some Banelings do connect, but not amazingly. And they really don't do too much to those roaches in the end. And there are quite a lot more Banelings on the way for Leenock. But still, he's down so many drones. It's going to be so difficult for him to actually deal with all of this here whilst... Oh, his Life is getting +1 weapons and roaches himself. This is brutality. Oh! Sorry.
I heard an oh!
One Baneling just caught about 15 Zerglings at the natural of Leenock.
Oh, dang. I wish I was there for that. I was looking back in the base where, I mean, as you were talking about, there's no Spire going down, there's no cutesy tech play. I mean, Life got the lead, and he is just going to out-muscle Leenock. Leenock is moving in with what could be the final attack, stepping into a just terrible position. There's so many roaches. Look at this, we're even seeing the spread out from Life and those Banelings. Oh, GG! Leenock just concedes upon seeing the roach count. That means that Life again has defeated Leenock in a really pivotal series. Life will advance to the next round where he will be playing another Zerg vs. Zerg against Gosu user.